My name is Tyler Bjork. I'm 29 years old. I'm from Seattle, Washington. I'm the youngest of four. When I was 13, I chose to be vulnerable with a friend, someone who was really close to me. I ended up confiding in him, and it was a place that I thought I was safe telling someone. We get to our freshman year, and it just kind of starts with jokes. The one person that I felt comfortable enough to tell became the person who was ultimately my tormentor. And at the time, I felt like there was nothing. There goes my best friend. How am I gonna spend my summer? What am I gonna do tomorrow? I have no one. First couple of years of high school felt like torment. They were awful. Yeah, always feeling like a little fish in a big pond and not really knowing exactly where I fit in. I wasn't quite out yet, but there was a group of people who knew, and they just kind of made me a target of their bullying, the things that they were saying to me, shoulder checked into lockers, things thrown at the back of my head, called a lot of different names, and I just didn't want that. Having to have one piece of myself hidden from anyone in the world, ultimately it was just lonely. That was really hard. When you're in the thick of something like that, though, I think you spend a lot of time thinking that that one person, they're the final judge, final juror, that kind of thing. I told my best friend, and then he told everyone else, and that was awful. And it doesn't mean that you should necessarily distrust people. One of my bullies from that group, now he's one of my closest friends, and I've had the opportunity to see him in a different light. We've had an opportunity to just kind of reconcile some of the experiences that we had when we were much younger. Looking back, I think I would have told myself, you're gonna find your people, you're gonna be okay. Just take one step, just do one more thing. Try something new, get yourself out of your comfort zone. I found comfort and safety elsewhere where I could feel like my most authentic self. Freshman year, I got into theater, choir, performing arts stuff, and I felt like me on stage. The other one was actually Special Olympics. The athletes that I was working with at Special Olympics, they were like a radar for inauthenticity. They knew when you weren't showing up fully as yourself. I was opened up to this world of people who were fully their authentic selves, 24/7. There were people that did stick with me. There were people that defended me, protected me, whether I asked for it or not. Years later, I was sitting on a porch with my grandpa. We were at his best friend's house, Fritz. We called him Uncle Fritz growing up. We were in the middle of Montana though, and so Fritz went inside to go get iced tea. When he went inside, my grandpa used that moment to tell me something that I just never would have expected out of his mouth, but it felt so pointed. He told me that he understands why someone could be gay because he loves his best friend Fritz. And even though I know that my grandpa's not gay, he's been with my grandma for over 60 years, I didn't realize what it felt like until out of nowhere, a person who I never would have thought would have seen me use an opportunity to tell me in lesser words that they had seen me. It felt so incredible to be seen at that moment. He took 10, 15 seconds out of his day to just say, "Tyler, I see you and you're okay." We hide so much of ourselves. We hide our opinions, we hide mental health. We bring to situations the most palatable version of ourselves so that other people can feel comfortable. Ultimately, when you hide a piece of yourself from other people, no matter what it is, when you're not able to live authentically, you're telling yourself that you are wrong, that you're not valid. Who you are in this world is not okay. It is a choice that you make every single day to say, I'm going to be fully myself today, and you're going to practice it through your entire life. I'm going to continue to work every single day to show up fully as myself, show up fully for the people around me. I know it's not always easy, but ultimately I know how far I've gotten because I've showed up authentically.